I keep eating. If I keep eating, I'm going to get bigger.
You're cut off. Period.
Rubbish.
And I've been living fast life, but I see it in slow. Oh no, and you see my lifestyle, I got G's in the double. See many people there outside where they feed man's oboe. Oh no, and me I stand the defender like Joseph Yobo. My girl say she want Netflix.
Hey babes, it's your girl Amina and I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope by the end of this video you join the team and become a subscriber.
Or you can just join right now and click that subscribe button.
So as you can see by the title, today I'm going to be doing a chit chat video. I already have one chit chat video up, but that's kind of like more of a advice type of video. This video right here is pretty like a little personal because, well, it is personal I should say, because I'm talking about more about me and my life in general. So in this video we're going to be digging a little deep into my life. We're going to be talking about my love life, adulting, and my pre-PA journey. For those of you who don't know, I am pursuing a career as a physician assistant. So yeah, we're gonna get into all of that juicy stuff. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to start with. I want to talk about adulting first. So 3 things that like I feel like are central to adulting for me personally. Everything that I'm going to be saying in this video deals with me and my personal opinions. If you have a different opinion, that's you. It's nothing wrong with that, but these are just my opinions, my feelings, my experiences. Adulting for me has been, by the way, I'm 22. Well, by the time you guys see this video, I'm going to be 22. My birthday is August 10th. Today is August 7th. Big Leo season. Let me stop being a bird. I feel like definitely my character has changed as I've matured, as I am maturing into an adult. Definitely my character has changed. There's things that I need to still work on, but there's things that like I have excelled on, like, or like I'm up to par on an adult level. So I guess we'll start off with the bad and then we'll go to the good. One thing that I'm really trying to work on is like my bratty attitude. My attitude isn't nothing too crazy, but like I do have my days where like I just be annoyed or like I get irritated too fast by the littlest things. So I am trying to work on that. Another thing that I'm trying to work on is lazy girl energy, and I spoke about this in the first video that I ever posted on my YouTube channel. If you haven't watched that, go watch that. It's my first vlog. Basically like I have lazy girl energy. Like when it comes to like cooking, working out, cooking as in like meal prepping and like learning new recipes and stuff like that, working out and just doing things that like I'm supposed to do. Like I tend to procrastinate a lot now with like my daily essential things, and I don't like that at all. Like I'm trying to, well, I've kind of been like that with certain stuff in my life for a long time, so it's kind of hard to adjust, but I know that once I do adjust, I'll be able to like, you know, get it together. So that's just something that I need to work on, and it's just really like it starts within myself. Like I just need to like tell myself, okay, like, you know, you need to do this. Like stop like pushing it back. Stop. Like I always tend to do that. If you procrastinate, I feel like you have to figure out why you're procrastinating. And me personally, I think it's because the things that like I want to do, like exercising, like I see it kind of as draining, and it's all about your mindset. Like if you feel like something is draining you and not like physically helping you or mentally like good for you, you're not gonna want to do it. You're always gonna push it back. So it's just really like getting myself to become more adjusted and adapted to those type of things. A big thing that I'm also trying to work on is growing confidence more. I am pretty confident, but not all the way confident. Of course, everyone, including myself, has insecurities, or we have things that we don't like or feel like is annoying. You know, we overthink a lot. Like I feel like a lot of the times it's me versus me, or really all the time it's me versus me. Like I be battling in my head like with my anxiety. I'm not too anxious like in public and stuff like that. I'm not shy. I'm not a shy person at all, but I'm talking about in terms of like social media and stuff like that. And you'd be surprised, it be the people that you think that don't have anxiety that do have anxiety. But yeah, I be anxious to post certain stuff, or like I would feel more comfortable posting somewhere else rather than another app, just because like, oh my god, this app has mad people, like, or oh my god, like I don't know, like I just be overthinking a lot. But I'm trying to get out of that. Like I'm trying to be more confident. I'm trying to like love all my flaws, love the things that like I used to hate about myself, like all of those things. Like I'm trying to like get adjusted to, because if you really hate yourself, you're not gonna like, it'll show. First of all, it'll show. And at the end of the day, like, you're beautiful, okay? Period. Oh yeah, I got this set from S&P London. I'm gonna show you guys, well no, I'm gonna show you guys in my vlog how the full set looks like. So that's pretty much all the things that like I'm really trying to like work on, the main things that like have bothered me, I'd say. If y'all hear a little wind, it's the air conditioner that I have on, so please just don't mind it. Adulting for me has also meant like changing my environment, and I'm not just talking about physically, but how do I put this? I really am talking about like the people like around me. So like I've cut off for years, like since I think ever since I like got into college, like I've cut off a lot of people. And you know, it could have been because we had a falling out, like we disagreed on something, or just stopped talking for whatever reason. But specifically, I feel like the main reason, because I don't really get into it with people like that, is specifically because of the fact that I've just grown apart from them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every year I literally glow up, I level up, like, and like sometimes like you have to leave people behind. Like as tough as that sounds, like it's the truth. Like I don't know, like I feel like I just grow apart from people. I'm changing like constantly. Things I used to do, I don't do anymore. And not to say like I don't associate myself with people who don't do everything that I do. No, it's not like that. But like if I feel like what you're doing has an effect on my life, or like it just it's not like, you know, it's not something that I want to be around, or like it's annoying, or like it bothers me, or it triggers me, then I'm gonna cut you off. And it's not just simply that reason. It also could be just like a person character. Like maybe we was friends at a point in time because we was like goofing around on like the same type of level, but now I'm not on that same type of time, and like are we still friends? Or maybe we just bonded off of something like links or gossiping, or like, you know, stuff like that, and maybe I'm just not into all of that anymore, or maybe like I'm just not looking for that anymore. So like I have like distanced myself from a lot of people, and I cut a lot of people off. And I really feel like people shouldn't feel away. Like I feel like, especially like if we both grown apart from each other, and we know, like people shouldn't feel away. And I get like, I feel like a lot of people like are, I don't want to say too sensitive, because then this is making me sound like I'm cold-hearted, but I'm really not. Like, girl, I'm like, are you serious? No, I don't want to be friends with you. No, like, you're cut off, period. I just feel like I'm protecting my peace, and that's what everyone should do. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it is what it is. Like I've cut off so many people. What I have realized is that like the friends that I do have that have been my friends for years, we both constantly like have changed. Like we both have leveled up. So it's really like the people that are cut off are people that like are still in the same level that I left them. And that like that also has a lot to say. Like you don't see any growth from like where you're at, and I don't want to be associating myself with those type of friends. I want friends who are like open-minded, understanding, have bright minds, optimistic, goal-oriented. Friends like that are very important, and the people who you surround yourself is really important as well, because energy spreads. And that's another reason why I cut people off. Things that I have been good at in terms of adulting with character is like organization and planning. I plan to the T, like to the max. Literally my notes are my life. I have a things to do list, a things to buy list, and like I plan for like a 6-month period. So like I already have ideas of everything that I want to do, especially like when I'm working on projects, or like things that like I want to like commit to, such as like YouTube, my career, things like that. Like I make notes for it, I make timelines, I set goals for myself, and that helps me a lot. It keeps me on track, and I love that about myself, because I feel like it just gives me structure, and it just makes me feel like, okay, we're here, like, you know, we're there. The only thing that really sucks about planning is that you could plan, but you don't know if you'll be here tomorrow. Like, you know, time, I feel like time is very precious, and like sometimes we don't realize that. But like I feel like sometimes I invest too much time into planning, and I don't realize that, like, am I even gonna be like, you know, not to say it in that type of way, but like, you know, it's just like sometimes we also have to live in the moment. Sometimes I need to tell myself, okay, live in the moment too, like not just like playing, live in the moment, like actually enjoy this, you know. I feel like sometimes like I plan too much, but that's the overthinker in me. People were asking, how do I maintain my lifestyle, how do I keep up with my bills and things like that. So let's get into it. The number one thing is learning how to save. Me personally, I had my era where I blew bags on like pointless stuff. Like throughout my teen years, I say up until like I turned 18. I think 18 was like my that was the line. Or I'm gonna say 19, just to be fair. Up until then, I had never saved. Like if you had me on Facebook, Instagram back then, like 2017, 2016, like I was always buying drip. I always had on designer, and that's where all my money would go to. I'm not gonna lie, like I used to spend like a lot of money on all of those things, but I never used to save. And honestly speaking, like I'm glad that I did it at the time that I did it, because I didn't have no bills. I didn't have nothing to worry about. Yeah, saving is definitely something that has really set me stone, I'd say, into like the adulting world. And I feel like it just all comes from like having like strictness with yourself. Like you have to have self-control. You have to be like, okay, is this bag really worth it? For me, I don't know, you have to figure out what you spend money on. Me, it was like fashion. So I had to be like, is this bag really worth it? Like recently I wanted that Dior satchel bag. It's like $3,000, and I was like, hell no, I don't care. I mean, if somebody's buying it for me, then of course that would be really nice, but I'm not paying that money for a bag. You know what I could do with that $3,000? Like I really like think like, okay, instead of putting that $3,000 into that bag, I could use that $3,000 for this and this and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's really the most important thing. You have to have self-control. You have to know where your money is mostly going to, and you have to cut that down. The only thing that I really haven't like budgeted on is food.
I keep eating. I don't know how to stop. If I keep eating, I'm going to get bigger.
But definitely you have to know how to save. Like save your money. Put a little bit to the side until you could put a lot. And plan out how much you want to save. Plan out how much you spend on bills, and like subtract what you make out of the month, and like plan what you want to save. It's smart and it's efficient to do. We're in a whole like recession. Like you gotta save your money, save your coins. Okay, let's get into my love life. People ask about like my thoughts about marriage. Okay, the way I feel, me personally, if there is no ring, there is no title. And the only title that I am willing to be is a wife.
Girlfriend who? Rubbish.
I'm just moving on a time where like I'm single until I'm married. So for like African and Muslim culture, you know that like our parents are like very heavy set on marriage. They value marriage, hence the reason why like, you know, they like rushed into their marriages, and why most of their marriages like end up with like constant arguing and stuff like that, because they just married each other just because they were supposed to get married, or like, you know, it was that time, or like they wanted to just get married but not to like actually get to know their partner. Me and my parents, like my parents have not like pressured me, and I'm thankful for that. Like they of course want me to get married, but they're not like on me like constantly, like, you know, and they're letting me pick who I want to get married to. However, I know that like there's people out there, like I know people out there whose parents like are trying to pick who they should marry or who should they be like talking to. Like, no, when parents get involved into like their children's relationships and marriages, that's how things start to like turn like for bad sometimes. Like it depends on how they're doing it, but honestly, like I feel like mind your business. Like a marriage, a relationship, that's between the female and the male, or whatever you prefer. That's between the two and the couple, not anybody else. Like that's the same way like when people tell other people their business about their relationships, and how like you know, you bring somebody in to give you advice and then it can mess it up. But back to what I was saying, I feel like I haven't met anybody that like I could really say like, okay, like let's tie the knot. or like, okay, I'm ready to tie the knot, or like I could sit down and talk to my mom and tell my dad like, okay, I found, like, you know, he's like, you know, like he's the one, like I want to, no, I haven't found that yet, but I'm not rushing into anything. I want to take everything at its own pace. I feel like character wise, there's still things that I need to work on, like as a woman and as a wife. Like I need to like stop with like my attitudes and like my immature, you know. It's okay to have like an attitude or like be a brat sometimes to spice, you know, spice things up, but like when you do it a lot, it's annoying for your partner. So like there's like things that I'm not gonna get into that I know myself, like I know I could pinpoint myself like what's wrong about me, but there's like men out there who don't know where their wrongs are, and I feel like that's what messes up a lot of relationships, because nobody's perfect. Like you don't have to be perfect, and that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for perfect in a man. I'm looking for somebody who's loyal, trustworthy, communicative, who knows like their faults, or who knows things that they need to work on. Like they know themselves, they're open-minded, they could see, like if I'm saying the wall is white and you're saying the wall is blue, and you're attacking me for saying it's white and not saying, okay, maybe she's sitting on that side, so maybe, yeah, it's white from your side but it's blue from mine. No, men would be like, no, it's blue, period, point blank, period. And that right there tells a lot about a man's character. I feel like a lot of the men in the generation too, they're not even ready for marriage. Like Islamically, for a husband should take care of his wife and his kids fully. Like if the wife wants to help out, then that's perfect, but a lot of these men aren't even financially stable, legally financially stable. I don't care what anybody says, finance is a big thing and it has an effect. Everything is not about love. Just because you love somebody does not mean that you should get married to them. It's about character, it's about finance, it's about all of those factors in combination and so much more. Like you have to really pay attention to that. Another reason why I feel like I really haven't found anybody is because I want a man that could lead me as a woman. Like I want him to be able to lead me in life, like physically, mentally, religiously, spiritually, emotionally, everything. Like I want a man that could lead me, and not only me but my future children. Like I want that. And let me just put out there, if you are a Muslim brother, if you think that you fit the type of criteria that I want, you can slide to my DM. Okay, so lastly, let's get into my pre-PA journey. So I do want to pursue a career as a physician assistant. I'm not really gonna get into how like that all came about and stuff like that, because I plan on doing like a whole series about my experience, and I'm gonna like tell you guys everything related to that in a separate video. I just got my bachelor's degree not too long ago. I finished my bachelor's last fall. I majored in psychology. I did a BA, but I took the prereqs for physician assistant programs that I applied to, and yes, applied. As for like shadowing, I've done that too. I feel like everything that I want to say, like I can't really even say in this video, because I'm gonna do another video and I'm gonna talk more about that. So it's just like, oh my god, I don't want to like tell you what I'm already gonna tell you in a video plus more news. But yeah, so we're just gonna like, you know, I'm just gonna be very brief in general when I say the things that I'm gonna say, so please don't beat me up. I'm gonna be more elaborate in my next upcoming video, so stay tuned. Turn on your post notifications, click that bell. I'm coming with the weekly videos, and I'm on the road to 500 subscribers, so make sure you guys click the like button, share this video. If you know any pre-PA babes out there, or if you know anybody that's interested in medicine or a hijabi, or anybody that likes vlogs, fashion, food. I have to do a food video. I gotta get that together, like a food tasting video. Like I really want to actually like collaborate with the restaurant, so I gotta like send out emails from my blog page. I'm gonna collab with the restaurant and like try to like do a food tasting video, because when I go, I'm trying to go with all my equipment, like have the whole ring light set up, everything for y'all. So I look forward to that, because y'all know I love food. Follow Outdoor Spots if y'all haven't already. Stay tuned. Follow my Instagram, of course, too. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm sorry I really didn't say too much for this last part about the pre-PA section. People were asking about my career journey, but I am already like filming separate videos on that, so I don't want to like say too much and end up saying those things in those videos, so I'm just gonna save it for later. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end. If you haven't already, make sure you click that like button, comment, share again. We are on the road to 500 subscribers. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'm about to get my day started, so I'll see you guys in my next video.